All righty. What is happening, people?
Yep.
Hopefully, you're having a fantastic day and you are ready for your night to get even better. We're happy to be here with you. It is our
As
first
always.
Dynasty Startup mock draft in a hot minute. We have
It's
been
been a minute.
very focused on rookie drafts, and it's been our primary focus just simply because we're trying to maintain the health of our own leagues, and we care more about a rookie draft than a startup. But here we are. Rookie draft season is over. I mean, we've done all of our rookie drafts personally, and now we can look at a Dynasty Startup with you guys and have some fun. So Sean says a startup. This calls for a good old-fashioned year. Casey says 91 days until the NFL kickoff. You'd love to see it. Henry says, what about a real live startup for a new league? That would be fun. What's up, Pierce?
What about a real one?
What's up, Joel? Welcome in. Joel just recently became a Mother Flocker member.
Appreciate
with
you,
the
brother.
Flock
Thank you
Fantasy
so much.
website. We appreciate you, man.
It's awesome.
What's up, Cole? Welcome in. What's up, Styles? We out chia. What's up, Jordan? He says, baby Dake.
Yeah, I'm holding child currently.
Has a stream? Have you shown the stream, Brooklyn?
Yeah, I showed them last time. Ellen's just she's getting the car packed and ready. So as she's getting it ready, about to go out, he's chilling here with me with sand in his mouth. Right? I mean, biggest fear is ugly child. I said this all the time, and I'm glad it's not me. And if you think he's ugly, shame on you.
No, he's cute. He's a cutie.
Yeah, right. Anyways, yeah.
How old
she's
is he
just
now?
back in the car. Going to 4 months this month, actually. So 3 and a bit.
You ever just look at him and you're like, holy shit, your entire life is in my hands. I could fuck this up. You ever think of that?
No, I don't, because I know I'm gonna.
Thought that either.
That's why Zach is hesitant having children, because he doesn't want to mess up someone else's life.
Yeah,
You're doing great, man. You're doing great. Look at you. Look at your life.
We're trying. Every day we're trying. You got to get him some NFL gear though.
I want to. I thought about it, but there's no point of getting him a jersey that he's just gonna grow out of in a couple of months.
That's fair.
So I'll probably wait until he's like 2, and then like maybe he can wear that for the next 3 years. But maybe at 3 years old or 2 years old, it'll be too much. I don't know.
Get him a Saquon Barkley jersey.
Fuck Saquon Barkley.
He did. What's up, Pierce? Welcome in. We see y'all in the chat. Liam says, goat child. Oh, the baby. What's up? Sparrow says, what's up, Landon? What's up, TX Cajun? Jordan says, beautiful baby boy homie. Love being a boy dad. Time flies, man. Enjoy every minute.
Love.
Henry says, Roma Dunze gives advice for fantasy football drafts. Put me in the flex right now. Did he say that? Is that an interview? Macy says, baby Badaki, future fantasy champion. What's up, Darth? Welcome in. We see you guys. Thanks for joining us. Hey, do us a massive favor and go ahead and smash that like button. We got a like goal today of 100 likes. With your help, I do think we will be able to get there.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
We do appreciate y'all big time. But we are doing a Dynasty Startup mock draft, and people can join us. So how can they do that if they want to join this mock draft?
Yeah, guys, as always, join our Discord, link in the description, and link is going to be in the chat, okay? This is always going to be the location where we will be dropping links to our Dynasty Startups, our redraft startups on our fantasy football channel. This is the place that you need to be. Join our Discord, go to the Fantasyland tab with the orange footballs, go to content releases, and that's exactly where I'll be posting the link to each and every mock draft here. It is first come, first serve. And I'm going to copy this link, as you can see there with Zach. I'm going to drop that link in 3, 2, 1. There you go.
All right.
That link is out. First come, first serve. And that, once again, every single time we do a mock draft is here. Redraft, Dynasty, no matter what, it is here. And we are filled up.
We are filled up. So let's go ahead and get this thing going. This is a Superflex PPR. Tight end premium, and there is a 3rd round reversal. So let's go ahead and get this thing going in 3, 2, 1. As Cole Nicholson is on the board here.
Oh, what?
Cole Nicholson.
Okay.
cold world. It's a cold world.
Yeah, I was just listening to Cold World, man. Literally,
Were you?
Cold World, the online story. Can't get enough. Can't get enough.
You like him?
Cause I ain't got no kids yet, but it's right here for practice. I hate to get the seat in the
That
Benz.
doesn't sound like Cole. That sounds like Wheezy.
Nah, brother, come on. You just don't know. You just don't know J. Cole, my guy.
How you were rapping right there sounds nothing like J. Cole.
I mean, not. Go listen to J. Cole and before, and that's how he was sounding.
Interesting. All right, I'm up here. And CJ Stroud and Jalen Hurts, I think they're both fantastic options. I actually think you can make a case for Jalen Hurts here. I mean, got the contract extension.
Sure.
What he does on the ground is still so good. I'll take CJ, but I really think Jalen Hurts is just as good of a pick there, if not better.
Yeah, I mean, it's
tied in
definitely a
premium.
toss-up.
Tied in premium. And we only ever do 6-point passing touchdowns in our leagues, guys. Every
Only
touchdown
6.
is worth 6 points. We don't understand why there are leagues that are 4 points for passing touchdowns. Always 6 points. A touchdown's worth 6 points in the NFL. It's worth 6 points for every other position. It should be worth 6 points for the quarterbacks, in our opinion, as well.
C.D. Lamb.
What's up, Albert?
The
Welcome in.
105. Wow.
CeeDee Lamb off the board.
So don't you stop. I need that.
And Lamar Jackson also
Lamar
off the board. CeeDee Lamb
Jackson.
at the 105. I'm not saying
Yeah,
that's
maybe.
crazy. I mean, he's my wide receiver 1 in Dynasty, but that is surprising, at least, to see him go higher than some of these quarterbacks.
Okay. Justin Jefferson falls. I'll take my wide receiver 2. It's always been my wide receiver 2. I've always said it. A lot of people are fading Justin Jefferson. Jamar Chase. Come on.
All right,
Quarterback
Jamar
play.
Chase off
Hey,
the
we're
board.
here. We're here now. The quarterback play. What's happening?
Jamar Chase off the board.
So I can let you know.
Then we see Amon-Ra St. Brown. He gets in the first round. And that's not crazy at all. I'm not saying that's crazy. Just expect more quarterbacks to go. Caleb Williams goes at the 111. Joe Burrow at the 107. Joe. Yeah. Henry says, every mock draft I see pains me every time Stroud is taken, considering I was going to take him at the 210 in my 1 quarterback draft, and I took Rashawn Johnson instead. It's tough.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it in a different light, though. I mean, you could have taken Bryce Young, and then it wouldn't have mattered. 1 quarterbacks are tough to gauge in a 1 quarterback league. Jordan Love off the board. Justin Herbert, Kyler Murray. Team 8 is starting with 2 wide receivers.
Thought about it.
Which I like. I like that idea, but keep in mind these starting lineups. This is a start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A start 10, 3 flex spots, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and of course super flex as well. Backus says, I got Caleb and Amon-Ra at the 11 turn
Nice.
in a startup. Lamar fell to 8. Damn.
Yeah, Lamar won 6 here, so it's not too far off. Just very interesting. There goes Jahmyr Gibbs off the board there.
So Jahmyr Gibbs off the board in round 2. Y'all know we typically don't build around running backs here on the channel, but if you're going to draft one, Bijan or Gibbs is a very, very good option as Brock Purdy comes off the board next. There's a name I'm pretty shocked is still available. And I wonder if he's going to fall to me. Let's see.
He will. He's going to land right in your lap, man. I promise you.
There's actually 2 names that I'm very excited about drafting. And as long as they're not off the board both in a row, then I will take one of them. Liam says just couldn't reach on a quarterback. I don't think any of those quarterbacks are reaches, though, that were taken here.
Is that you, Liam, here at the 108?
I do
I'm
like the
assuming
start,
that's you.
though. I like the start for him. Puka
Yeah,
Nacua. Oh, you're joking
one.
me.
Okay, so Puka Nacua was definitely one to which I'd agree with. I didn't think it would be Jaden Daniels. I'm assuming it was the next guy, but maybe I
No,
was
I've
wrong.
been saying all offseason that I think Jaden Daniels and Anthony Richardson should be taken very close to each other in Dynasty Startups.
Okay,
So the fact
okay.
that A-Rich went at the 112 and Daniels falls to the 209, I think that's incredible value. I'm honestly really frustrated because Daniels is all the way down the ADP. I thought I was about to grab him. I have so much Jaden Daniels in my leagues. It's crazy. But I thought Puka Nacua at the 208, like, how is he falling that far? Is he really that much? Is Marvin Harrison that much more valuable? Or Bijan Robinson that much more valuable? Or, so
Yep.
I just thought that was super interesting. But I'm on the clock now, and I think it's going to be Malik Neighbors for me here.
Oh, really?
I'll grab
I kind of
Malik
thought he was
here.
gonna fall to me for some reason. I was getting excited.
You thought he'd
Oh,
fall to the 304? Oh, because third round reversal.
it's third round reversal. Yeah.
Yes,
So I
yes,
was
yes,
like,
yes,
he
yes.
could. I was like, there could be a little life there, but it's okay.
Yeah, I was really, really hoping to get Jaden Daniels or Puka Nacua, so that hurt me. As Garrett Wilson comes off the board. Style says, every draft has its own chaos. Love seeing the different options. I agree. Tess says, would you trade Malik and JK for 2 top 5 25 firsts and a 26 mid second? Very difficult to project future firsts. So that's hard to say.
Would you trade Malik and JK?
Is that J.K. Dobbins? I mean,
Yeah,
that
is
doesn't
that
really
just J.K.
play a
Dobbins?
part in the thought
Yeah.
process for me. But
for
if I
two
knew those
top
were both
five?
top 5, honestly, no, I don't. I think I'm keeping Malik. I know that sounds crazy, but if Malik Neighbors was in next year's class, he'd be the 101 pretty comfortably at this point. So, yeah. Yes, Rainey, I do have Neighbors over Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, Brees Hall's a good pick there.
Yeah, Brees Hall was the other name I was heavily considering at the 210. Trevor Lawrence also comes off the board. Joel says, there's any chance that Puka's best season is behind him? Sure. I think there's a chance. But I think he's going to be very good. Yes, this is a mock draft. You guys like Daniels over T-Law? Yes, I personally do.
Yeah, 100%. I have him over Trevor Lawrence.
I still love Trevor Lawrence, by the way, but it's not really close for me. It's very comfortably Jaden Daniels. I think there is a tier break after Daniels to a Trevor Lawrence. No, that's pretty unfair. I think the tier break is actually to Drake May and JJ McCarthy after that. So I will say they're in the same tier. Drake London off the board. I like the pick.
Yeah, I was contemplating him in a quarterback, but let's see how the quarterback's run is going to go. So I might regret that here very soon.
Style says,
looking at the quarterback.
What would you pay to go from T-Law to Herbert or vice versa? I think both of those players are a little bit undervalued right now, so that's a tough question to really answer. Honestly, if I had either of them, I'd just be holding them based off the market value right now. Like, do you know what I mean? I wouldn't be like sending a first and Trevor for Herbert. But I think Herbert's undervalued. I think I would just hold if I had either of those names. But what? Would you send like a second and Trevor for Herbert? I think I'd do that.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I would definitely have Herbert over Trevor, and I think the ceiling is higher because of the fantasy finishes and the success that we've seen from Herbert over Trevor Lawrence. Now, I know a lot of people question Justin Herbert coming into this year with Jim Harbaugh, but I think regardless, he's still going to be fantasy relevant. So yeah, I would definitely do that for Justin Herbert.
Yeah,
But he's
but
still a top 10
I
quarterback
personally
to me.
wouldn't pay like a first on top of Trevor, though. Would you?
No, not a first on top of Trevor there. No.
Yeah. Okay, we're on the same page then. Jonathan Taylor comes off the board.
I'm scarred.
This is interesting. There's another player that's falling. as Dak Prescott goes as well. There it is.
Laporta.
And a tight end premium. That is a very good price for Sam Laporta, I think.
Butterflies in my stomach.
Butterfly
Tyreek Hill's off the
kisses.
board. Now you have CJ Stroud, Malik Neighbors here.
Has
Interested
Brandon
to see
Ayuk
where you're
been
gonna go.
drafted? No,
He
hasn't.
has not.
Man, that feels like the pick.
It definitely could be.
And it is. And am I the only one who kind of wants Brandon Ayuk to leave San Francisco? Like, I want him to go somewhere where he's going to get a higher target share. It's so efficient right now in San Francisco, but... Oh, I didn't know Waddle was available too.
In Houston. You know, I thought about that, about Brandon Ayuk and Brandon Ayuk and I guess just Brandon Ayuk, right? Like, where does he go that he can be more fantasy relevant without the court? Where can he go to be more fantasy relevant? And like, I think the places are limited.
Okay.
Right. If you look at all the teams in the NFL, everyone has a solidified wide receiver one, or the room is already congested. Right. Or the quarterback play is going to take a huge hit. You know, you think of, remember in the offseason, we were loving Brandon Ayuk. You could potentially go to the Chargers. Now you have Lamar McConkey there. He can easily surpass both of those guys. But like, how is that going to look? Right. He can easily go to the Cardinals where he can be the wide receiver too. But how, that's in division, so that's doubtful. Right.
Yeah, I think there's quite a few teams that he goes to where he automatically becomes the wide receiver one. And this was a big disagreement you and I had in a ranking video. But to me, my favorite spot for him, and it might be a little bit biased, is the Washington Commanders. I think if he joins the Commanders, he's instantly their number one over Terry McLaurin. It's not anti-Terry. It's just I think Ayuk is on a different level, you know. And he has that inbuilt connection with Jaden Daniels already. From their college days at Arizona State. I think that would be an incredible pairing. I would be completely stoked about that. And Nico Collins is still available. All right. That's a little bit shocking to me.
Is it?
Are you're not surprised that he's available in the 4th round?
I just think there's the quarterbacks play. I think I would have taken him over Devonta Smith for sure, but I think everyone else that went ahead of him, I think, is probably where he would go. For me.
But back to Ayuk, the Commanders, I think he becomes the number one. The Bills, he becomes the number one. The Panthers, the Broncos, the Chargers, all those teams, he becomes the number one. But even if you put him on like the Pittsburgh Steelers, I think he overtakes George Pickens quite comfortably.
And I think the reason why I'm questioning those places outside of the places that you named, like, I wouldn't question the Bills, right? Because you have Josh Allen, he's produced fantasy relevant wide receivers. I think I question maybe the majority of those other places where I feel like those landing spots are probably those chances may not be as high, maybe the way I'm seeing it. But I don't know. I think it's difficult because like we see all these teams that we love where he could potentially go and he could be the number one there, but the quarterback play would just be, it would hurt. Like we talk about the Steelers, he would be the number one, but the quarterback play could be very inconsistent, unlike he was playing with Brock Purdy. And maybe in a fantasy perspective, we would want him to be with San Francisco.
Well, I think best case scenario is that Debo gets traded for him.
Oh yeah,
but
1,000%.
I still wouldn't mind like if he went to somewhere where he was the number one with a decent quarterback. Doesn't even have to be a good quarterback, just a decent one. But
yeah, because we can, like you said, the Panthers. Like, yes, that's a phenomenal landing spot, but damn, like
I would love that.
We're nowhere near as confident as Brandon or as Brock Purdy and then Bryce Young. As much as I still believe in
Trey McBride's such a good value there, by the way. Tight end premium at the 408. I thought that was him, Adunze, and Nico were really, really on my radar in that round. But I hear you. I just think I don't know. I just personally feel that Ayuk is a number one on a lot of teams, and when it comes to Carolina, Bryce Young's accuracy wasn't really as big of an issue as people thought it was. He wasn't protected, and his wide receivers weren't getting open, but he was still a very accurate quarterback considering his rookie season. But anyway, you're on the clock here. What are you thinking?
I have a couple different players that I can go. I think with ADP, I want to see if they fall to me. So I might do a different route here. I'm going to do a different route here. Let's see. I'm going to take Michael Pittman Jr.
Man,
let's see what happens.
I am so concerned about Michael Pittman. I've been doing a lot of research for the redraft channel. I might need to make a video
terrifying
on him in Dynasty because I am pretty concerned.
It is terrifying with Michael Pittman Jr. currently. There goes one of the players I was waiting to see who was going to fall, and that was Dalton Kincaid. So that's one gone. I was contemplating between 3 players, and I feel like they will fall to me. I just want to see who will. But yes, I am terrified with Michael Pittman Jr. I'm terrified with all those wide receiver options in Indianapolis.
Sure.
Obviously because of so much of concern around Anthony Richardson, his passing game, but
so let's catch up with the chat. By the way, our like goal on today's stream is 100 likes. With your help, I'm pretty confident we could get there. We're already halfway there already. So do us a favor, guys, and go ahead and smash that like button. Chase says, why terrified of Pittman? I think it's a video I should make. I think I should make a video on it. Maybe I'll look at it here soon. Rini says Debo will get traded next year. I mean, I don't think Ayuk is going to join this team this offseason until he gets paid. Do you know how painful it's got to be for him to sit there and watch CMC get paid $19 million per year in a running back market where that is just not happening? I know CMC is he's a different gravy type player, right? But not only did that happen, they're paying everybody. The Niners are just paying every soul out there, and Ayuk is just like,
Ayuk.
Okay, so what's happening?
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
Ayuk to the Pats would be awesome.
That concerns me though, because if Brandon Ayuk is not going to be there through training camp, right? Like, I mean, not saying that he's not going to be practiced, but he's not, getting the rhythms or not feeling. I don't know. Like, there's more concern of injury coming into this year. I think we've seen that there with the likes of Jonathan Taylor, where a lot of people say, well, he's not going to have his feet underneath him. The same thing could be said maybe for Brandon Ayuk. I know the position is different, but like, that would be concerning in a fantasy perspective. Not dynasty, but in fantasy, like for this year specifically, because of the concerns of maybe getting injured because he's not being as active, or he is sitting out and they're not going to get him the ball immediately. One of the 3 or 4 people I was waiting for was Dalton Kincaid, Zay Flowers, and then Tank Dell, which I'm happy to wait here. So I was waiting to see where Tank Dell.
Yeah, that is pretty awesome to get Tank Dell there, I'd say.
I would have taken him there at the 4-9, to be honest with you. That's why I was like, I want to wait and see where he falls, and I'm happy to take him here at the 5-4.
I'm wondering what team 11 strategy is here. The no wide receiver start, double tight end start. It is tight end premium.
Yeah,
but
he's probably thinking that.
Still, even in a 0.5 tight end premium, I'll tell you, I don't like the idea of doubling up on tight ends early because it doesn't make that big of a difference unless the premium is like quite large. I'm wondering what the strat is there. Not to say that it's the wrong move. What's up, Brizzleton? Welcome in. Rainey says supposedly the Jets, Niners, and Colts tried to trade for Justin Jefferson. Yeah, that's not surprising for sure.
I mean, there was conversations that if the I mean, I don't know how true it is, but I don't know if you saw the reports of the Vikings trying to move up to take Malik Neighbors if they can trade away Justin Jefferson.
I don't know if I buy. Do you buy that?
The reason why...
Do you buy that really happened? I get because like of the cap hit and everything, but...
Yeah, I think of it because of the cap hit, and they can reset the market without paying Justin Jefferson what they just paid him. And if people are comparing, like, people are saying, well, this Malik Neighbors is the superior talent. Some people thought he was better than Marlon Harrison Jr., or he can be utilized in more creative way than Marlon Harrison Jr.
Damn
and
it.
they had him as a wide receiver 1. So I think it was definitely possible. There goes the Vaughn.
Dude,
Zach bonded him.
Achan was just screaming at me on the board there. That sucks. You've done me dirty there. Giving me all the hope for what? All that hope for what? Okay, I gotta reassess now. Sheesh. I was really hoping he'd be there. Is Jared Goff still available?
No, he went at the 4-5.
No, he's gone. Metcalf is gone, right? Is Zay gone? Zay's gone?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? We'll grab George Pickens here, maybe. Actually, we'll go JSN.
5. Okay.
We'll go JSN.
There goes George Pickens there.
They not like us. They not like us.
They not like us. Oh man. It's disrespect on say right now, they say.
The disrespect is crazy. Yeah, no, I think it's a good pick there.
Yeah, I think
I really wanted Achan. Achan and McCarthy were the guys I was zoning in on there.
He said he's my profile pick and almost sniped me.
True.
That's so true.
Pickens, the reason Pickens is a little bit scary is because it feels like a make or break year. And look, I get it. Like he was so impressive what he did last year with how bad the quarterback play was. But if George Pickens doesn't step up and just absolutely dominate, I am a little bit concerned about what they will do at that position moving forward. But that's not to say he won't. Right? I think it's a make or break year. So there's a high risk, high reward with that pick.
Yeah, I've been back and forth with George Pickens. I've been on the sell train. I've been on the buy train. I do agree, it's definitely make or break. But what he did with those quarterbacks, I think, is pretty impressive. And I think he has 2 competent quarterbacks that have produced fantasy relevant wide receivers in the past. So I think that's why I'm giving him the edge this year. And I went back on the sides of, I'm believing in him. So we just have to wait and see what that looks like.
Damn, I was hoping you guys were gonna make this decision for me, but you didn't. You dirty dogs. Damn it. I don't want to make this decision. Okay. We're going to grab Brian Thomas then. Damn, look at that wide receiver room. Sheesh.
Wilson was not a top 10 quarterback last year.
Is this Russell?
I'm assuming it's Russell. Yeah, I mean, Wilson, QB. There's no other quarterback named Wilson, is there?
Zach? Don't disrespect Zach.
I mean,
MILF Monday.
No way, my guy was nowhere.
We're doing a promotion. It's MILF Monday, and you applied.
It's MILF Monday, and I applied.
You haven't seen those videos?
No.
Oh,
I don't.
Unfortunate.
I had to be there, Mom, I guess.
Yeah. Last year, Russell Wilson finished 12th in points per game in fantasy football, and his total finish was quarterback 14. Better than I thought, actually. Update on our like goal. Our like goal is 100. We are not too far off now. We're 36 likes away from 100. Do us a massive favor. Go ahead and smash that like button if you have yet to do so. It definitely helps the stream, helps the channel grow when you decide to engage with the content. And by the way, guys, we are about to start going really hard on our redraft channel. If you don't know, if you play in season, if you play best ball, if you're in a home league for redraft or, a corporate league or whatever, then consider subscribing to our redraft channel. Funnily enough, this is actually the first channel that we ever made. This is the OG channel. The Dynasty channel came second. But go ahead and subscribe over there. Tomorrow night, we will be live doing another fantasy mock draft. we had a little fun yesterday just looking at ESPN for the lulz and did a mock draft on ESPN. And we just remembered,
it was the worst experience ever.
We just remembered how awful ESPN is as a platform for fantasy. But definitely subscribe. We're going to be telling you the players that you need to draft, the players that you need to fade. I actually just recorded a video telling you 10 players that you should not draft, that you should avoid. Let your league mates take them this year. So go subscribe to the redraft channel. I'll put the link in the chat here. Show some love over there. Even in season, we're telling you start sits. We go through every matchup for running backs and wide receivers. So even if you're just playing Dynasty, it's worth subscribing because each week we're going to tell you what players to start. Waiver wire ads, mustache players. We prep you for the fantasy playoffs. Players that we think are going to dominate each and every week. Those stash videos are awesome. I mean, we told you to stash Rashee Rice last year. In week 1 on our waiver wire video, we told you to break the bank for Puka and Kyron if you didn't already have them. So go subscribe over there on the redraft channel. We would absolutely appreciate if you guys helped us get that channel off the ground. Because it always takes a little while to get the ball rolling over there. But once it gets going, there's no stopping it. By the way, the players I was really trying to decide between was Ladd McConkey and Brian Thomas Jr. And I really wanted someone to make the decision for me. But ultimately, I did take Brian Thomas Jr.
And not bad. That's okay. What happens?
All right, so let's go through this round. Deebo Samuel, Ladd McConkey, Mike Evans. Does that feel high for Mike Evans? I know he's going to produce. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I don't know. That feels... I'm probably overthinking it, actually. Jaden Reed, Pacheco, Jonathan Brooks, Diggs, Adams, Hawkinson, and Rice also come off the board. So team 11 here, his number 1 wide receiver, Devontae Adams.
Yep. Let's see where he goes again.
I'm not sure how I feel about it. I'm just reporting the news. Don't kill the messenger.
Kill him.
Ooh, kill.
Mama.
Josh Jacobs. So we're still not getting a wide receiver 2, by the way. Who's team 11? Tell us the strat here. Matthew says, "Hey fellas, love the stream. New to it. I play in a 16 IDP league." We're not very good with IDP, brother. I'll be honest with you. We don't play IDP formats. We appreciate you watching the stream and everything. But I couldn't tell you what TJ Watt's worth. I have no idea.
I agree. I have no idea there.
Robert,
oh, man,
says, price check, what's the trade value of T. Higgins? Would a 2025 late first and a late second be an overpay? I think he's worth about a late first right now. What does the chat think?
I think he's worth, just the first. I think the second could definitely push it over and might like inch it out to be an overpay. But I don't think it's that big of a deal here.
I struggle to like. I think his value will remain the same, but I struggle to see him like drastically improving his value over this season, if that makes sense.
I'm gonna take Bryce Young here.
All right, Bryce Young comes off the board. Then Jimmy Cook.
That's what I was contemplating between the two, but I think if I'm reading the board correctly, 2 players can go off the board here, and then I wouldn't be as satisfied as with my quarterback position. So we'll wait and see. I'm believing for Bryce Young.
Christian Kirk comes off the board.
Oh, mama. I mean, I think Higgins. I think Higgins is definitely scary though. Like, I don't know. I feel like Higgins is. We were talking about this. I don't know when we were talking about this, but those injuries are a huge concern. And if he can't stay healthy, where's he going to go to get big money? And does he go to a team that is already? Does he have to go to a 1-year deal to prove himself? And I'm not saying it's kind of.
Hey.
Just
quickly, sorry. I'm gonna make a drastic pick here. I love my guy. I think it's the cheapest you'll ever find a top 10 quarterback in the NFL draft. Welcome, Michael Penix Jr.
Huge mistake.
Welcome Michael Penix to the squad. Sorry, continue.
Huge mistake. Uh, I wonder if he doesn't stay healthy this year, he has to get like a 1-year prove it deal on a crowded offense. Which I guess he's already on a crowded offense.
I personally don't doubt that he'll get a big contract if he gets in free agency. I think he'll get paid big time. The thing is, I just don't know that he's going to improve his value this year based off of his environment. Simply because you've got Jermaine Burton now in town and Jamar Chase. I mean, there's another young player who is hungry to prove himself on that team now. So I think he's going to be fine. I think he's going to have a good year. But I don't think he's going to drastically improve his value until he's in free agency. If he hits free agency and let's say he gets signed by the Patriots next year or something, like, we're going to froth over that.
You mean, yeah. I'm just concerned about that injury and what that's going to look like for T. If you're telling me he can stay healthy this year and he gets that contract extension, at least he proved himself and proved to us that he could stay healthy. But if it happens again this year and he doesn't, I mean, I would say this: he will get paid. I don't think he's getting Waddle money. I don't think he's getting Michael Pittman money. I actually think there's arguments where he should be getting paid less than Pittman and Waddle. But I don't know how you feel about that.
Yeah, definitely. No, Pittman money, Waddle money. I don't know.
That's like
not.
man. Well, he had good spurts and out there, but like my guy hasn't stayed healthy.
Yeah, probably not that kind of money. All right. I was gonna take Trey Benson in the 8th round. Cole took him ahead of me. But damn, I think I'm gonna keep punting. And even though Kirk Cousins is there, we're gonna grab Deshaun Watson here as our quarterback too. And then I get it, like you could have Kirk, wait for Kirk to finish, and then Penix is there. I'd rather just take Deshaun Watson, who I think has a more secure future, even though he's not played well. Yeah. And then whenever Penix is ready, he can step in.
Well, that's kind of where I was at with the quarterback play. That's why I took Bryce Young there, because I was scared that Kirk and or Watson was going to go, and I wouldn't have been happy with the Mayfields.
I would have
been happy. I'm more confident in these other quarterbacks than Mayfield.
To me, it's more like the Stafford level, the Geno level, where you're the Carr level, where you're like, I really don't want that.
Yeah, so I was happy to get my guy here at the 7-4 and not taking that chance there. So I didn't think Baker. I thought Kirk Cousins would go ahead of Baker personally, but I could. Maybe I'm wrong. Darts is on the clock here. 4 seconds.
Henry says, "How the mighty have fallen," aka D Watson. I got you.
Hey man, sneaky. I think D Watt's sneaky this year.
I think so too, man. The issue is
you gotta be careful.
If you have Deshaun Watson, you have to decide: is it worth putting this curse on my team? Is the bad juju worth the value? Because he's a screaming value, but can my locker room afford it?
And it's not even about the locker room. It's about the mental of the locker room. That's really it.
Exactly.
It's not even like, is he going to produce? It's the mental. Is he going to be affecting everyone else on your fantasy team? And maybe he is.
One bad seed. What if I have the Garden of Eden right now, and Deshaun Watson's here with the apple?
Just take a little bite.
Go ahead.
Take a little bite.
Just take a little bite. All right. Nothing's going to happen. Everything's going to be fine. Anyway. I like it. I like the value, though. I traded for him in a league this year, and it felt disgusting, but it felt necessary. Styles says Deshaun falling this far is kind of crazy. I know no one wants to roster him, but he's locked in as a starter for the next 3 years. Yeah, I kind of agree.
Nice. Let's go Monty there.
David Montgomery off the board at the 8-9.
I got a freak. Let's turn this to a real league.
No.
$200.
But Aki's all talk. I mean, he wants to do a high stakes league, and there's definitely enough people out there who would do it with you.
It's not that I don't want to do it with the
And
people. I actually genuinely want to do it with you as well. I want to do it with you, and I want you to be a part of it. I want you to, like, be in the community, talk shit. I'm not saying I don't want to do it by myself. I do, but I also genuinely want you to be a part of it, and I think it'll be fun.
We're already in a lot of leagues together.
Yeah, I know. But we're not in like a $200 league together.
Fair enough.
Even like our home league, I want to push for 200, and people are like, oh, I don't know. It's like, come on, boys.
Because they're broke.
So am I.
Yeah, that's true. We're all broke. El Tigre just donated a super chat. Says, you are hoping Deshaun gets his happy ending after all. Thank you for donating just to say that, by the way. Oh, that's hilarious. All right, update on our like goal. Like goal is 100 likes. We're currently at 77, which is awesome. So we're about 23 likes away. Do us a favor, hit that like button. And like we talked about earlier in the stream, go subscribe to our redraft channel. We are pumping out content over there now, which will absolutely still be relevant even if you only play Dynasty. But we're going to be live there tomorrow night doing some mock drafts. So make sure you're subscribed over there. Great content coming out. In fact, if you want to hear why I'm concerned about Michael Pittman, I got a video coming out very soon, and I talk about Michael Pittman on the redraft channel. So go subscribe over there if you want to see that. But we appreciate y'all big time as Will Levis, Christian Watson, and Amari Cooper come off the board. I'm surprised Ricky Pearsall went that late.
I was gonna take Ricky at the 8-9. But I was like, I'm okay with either Ricky or Leggett falling to me there, but they both go. So then I had to pivot there. I really wanted
El
that.
Tigre says, also put me in the bar league, Badaki. I'm rich. I'm kind of surprised that Pearsall's going around those names like Watson and Amari and Pearsall. By the way, team 11. Deontay Johnson, wide receiver 2. Ricky Pearsall, wide receiver 3. They're cooking something.
They are cooking something. I sell them all here. Kirk Cousins, yeah, I mean, it's the best value on the board, I would say.
I'm very happy that I went double quarterback last round. I was considering letting them fall and only going Penix and seeing what would come back to me. But after seeing the way this played out, I think I couldn't have played it better at that point. Everyone's favorite Adonai Mitchell still available. Why y'all letting him fall?
So is Keon.
Come on.
I think Keon's still available.
No, Keon went ages ago. 7-9.
Oh, gosh. I didn't even realize. Yeah, never mind. Not doing that. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not saying $200 league will happen or not happen.
Damn, we got people going double tight ends.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's happening here.
I'm gonna grab. This might be surprising. Actually, should I let that? Should I try?
Surprise us. Surprise us. You know it.
Okay. We're gonna. Oh no, you sneaky fox.
He did. Take your time. Yeah, take him. Just take him. Take him.
We're gonna draft Alvin Kamara here at the 9-10.
Mm-hmm. That's not who we wanted. That's not the. You know what? We're gonna try something. That wasn't it.
No, it wasn't. It was not.
Back off. Why are you going double tight end here?
What are we doing at this point? I don't understand. I'm just gonna keep letting them fall, honestly. I mean, I'm not about to take a Cole Kmet in the 9th round.
Yeah, man, that was.
Liam says, I'll trade you Kittle for Brian Thomas. You're funny.
It's funny. He said 200 a league, like adding an extra phone line every month. People out here balling.
Ballin'. Shot calling. Oh, there's a player I really want to add, actually. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Damn it.
Should have done it, man. That was it.
Son of a bitch. Najee Harris off the board. Fuck it. Let's do it. Zamir White. That's who I was talking about. I'll grab Zamir White here. Man, Zamir White. He's fun. I think he's fun to have. I only have him in a couple leagues.
I actually don't know if I have him. I think I might have him in one. Let me double check.
I just think he's a fun ad. When you look at weeks 15 onwards, this is what we're looking at here from weeks 15 onwards. When Josh Jacobs went down, you can see these are the PPR points here. And this was with Antonio Pierce. I get it. The draft capital is not great. It's not great that he hasn't produced for a long time. He would be an outlier potentially.
I don't have any Zamir White stock. So,
but if you look at the usage, look at that usage under the same head coach, Antonio Pierce. Let's look at this for a second. So 17 carries, 22 carries, 20 carries, 25. And he's also got 4 targets, 1, 6, and 2. Over a 4-game stretch, we gave Zamir White the ball 24 times. I mean, and we added Alexander Madison? I'm supposed to be worried about Alexander Madison?
Oh, no, you're supposed to be worried about Dylan Labe.
Definitely not worried about Dylan Labe, who averaged 4.1 yards per carry in D2 FSC.
Yeah,
FCS,
but he's a PPR machine. He's a...
I don't know, dude. I think we might have just struck gold.
That's what he's doing, man.
What is
the ball in the backfield? That's a great pick, Javonte Williams. I was about to take him there.
Zamir White is RB 17 in the community. What about on Keep Trade Cut?
I'll tell you right now. Give me a second.
We got on Keep Trade Cut Zamir White as Sorry. RB 21.
Zamir White, RB 21. Yeah.
He is pretty high priced. I'm not gonna lie.
Andre Stevenson.
So what was he off the board here then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So he went as a 24th off the board here. I felt like Javonte and Ramondre were like, I was like, how are these guys on the board?
I that's what I'm saying. They went right before. What the hell? I thought you were potentially going with them. I thought that's you were talking about.
I'm not a Stevenson guy, and just the Denver backfield confuses me so much. I feel like these guys feel much clearer to me. Sean just donated a super chat.
I think Jalen Warren.
And Sean says, "What's up, y'all? Swift, Zay, or DK in a 25 first." Swift, DeAndre Swift, and Zay Flowers, or DK Metcalf in a first. I'll take DK Metcalf in the first pretty easily.
Yeah, exactly.
Joel says, Zamir White screams 1 year wonder I'd be selling. I totally get that. It almost feels like Alexander Madison last year, but the difference is the dude actually dominated when he had chances. Like, look at what my guy is doing in that 4-game stretch, guys. There's probably an easier way for me to look at this. What was that? Weeks 15 to 18. And again,
the reason why it's concerning is because of the extreme the class, because the last 2 years we've been saying, we kind of been saying, oh, you never know what's going to happen with next year's class, right? That happened going into 2023. The class ended up being dog shit. You go into 2024 outside of Bijan, right? You go into this year, class is dog shit. But next year it's like, bro, so running backs first around, like in your rookie drafts.
In that 4-game stretch, Zamir White was averaging 4.7 yards per attempt. He was averaging over 15 PPR points per game. So he was efficient, he got touches, and he scored fantasy points. And there's no one really to take that away from him now. And I get it, like he could very easily be replaced in 2025. But how many times have we said that? You know what I mean? Like how many times have we said that and it hasn't happened? So I don't know.
And I think that's why I'm saying it again, is because we haven't seen this strong of a running back class. Just like we've been saying it for this year. We haven't seen a crazy, deep class like we should be investing. If you need a running back, next year apparently is the year to invest. I mean, I know you know these players more, but there's probably more than 6 to 7 running backs.
Yeah.
That
Ollie Gordon, Ashton Genty, Trayvon Henderson, Judkins, Martinez, Hampton. I mean, it's a really, really strong running back class, so I wouldn't be surprised. But if he averages like 4.3 yards per attempt and can handle it, do they get a run? I don't know. So it's all risk reward, I guess, here.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not going to sit here and say I think he's some all-world talent, by the way. Like, that's not what I'm saying at all.
I think he has to. I mean, I guess I was going to say he just has to be like a game changer to not be considered to get another. Yeah, to not be considered for the team to draft another running back. And a game changer is not even a lot in the running back room, let's be honest. I mean, we were preaching sell Isaiah Pacheco.
That's what I was hoping
he was a 7th round pick. Oh, Kendre Miller. Yeah.
I was hoping to lock up Kendre and Alvin. But Aselmo said, actually, I want 17 running backs. I'll take as few wide receivers as possible. Come on, Aselmo. What are we doing? Give me a break. All jokes.
Give him a break.
Where are the wide receivers at, brother? What are we doing? Killing me. I'm tilted now. Jokes. We're all good.
There's still a wide receiver 1 out there.
Is there?
Just let it fall to me.
It better not be who I think you're saying it is.
Just let him fall to me.
Ryan says, what are you guys doing with Addison in Dynasty? So lost on what to do with him. Yeah, he's a tough one because you saw last year what he could do if he was a number 1 on a team. And what just happened is actually totally fine because I was fine with Jalen Wright. So I'll take Jalen Wright there. I don't think he's going to play a big role this year. But I do think there's potential for him to play a big role in future years. What were we talking about?
Jordan Addison. Yeah, I think there is concern for Addison, just as there is concern for Justin Jefferson. And a lot of people are concerned about the quarterback play and
price right now.
The floor.
Jordan receiver 18 is probably too high if that's what the community views him as.
On Flock Fantasy?
Yeah.
On Keep Trade Cut, he's wide receiver 23.
That and I think might actually be too high as well.
I think there's arguments. I mean, these are people going after him. T. Higgins, George Pickens, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Brian Thomas Jr., Xavier Worthy, Lab McConkey.
Okay, I don't understand Reed. Some of those rookies going after him, to be honest.
Yeah, so I agree. And I've been massive on selling Jordan Addison all off season.
Have you?
Because, yeah. Remember when I brought that video?
Attention.
Remember about that video and everyone was like, this guy's a freaking
Oh,
idiot.
You're right. Yeah, you got a lot of heat for that.
Yeah. which is fair because a lot of people think that they were going to get a quarterback, which they ended up getting a quarterback in JJ McCarthy. They just didn't trade up for him. Which shout out to the Minnesota Vikings, 200 IQ. I don't know. I think he's locked in as a wide receiver 2 at best for the rest of his career, kind of like a Devonta Smith, kind of like I guess a T Higgins, Jalen Waddle. Now he has to prove himself to surpass somebody like a Justin Jefferson, who is the highest paying now wide receiver in the NFL. Where Devonta Smith had a year to prove that, and that didn't happen, and then he became a breakout. Jalen Waddle did that, and then they brought in Tyreek Hill. T Higgins technically had a year to do that, and then they brought in Jamar Chase. So I think it's
John
tough.
Dotson here.
Yeah, not a bad pick.
So last year, even with the injury to Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison had an 18% target share. That's fine if you're a part of a high-powered, high-volume offense, which he was.
Andre Hopkins is a great pick.
Under Kevin O'Connell, they have been one of the league's highest passing volume offenses. We don't know if they can do that with J.J. McCarthy. We don't know if they can do that with Sam Darnold. So I'm already putting together a list of a video. I'm going to make a video next week. That's going to be sell high players. I'm going to look further into this, but Jordan Addison is potentially on that list. Same with Michael Pittman.
Yeah, which is frustrating because, I think we just need to have a better expectation, because a lot of people was like, you see what Jordan Addison did? He can put wide receiver 1 numbers. Yeah, but that was without Justin Jefferson.
Yeah. Well, the issue as well is his numbers last year are kind of hard to digest simply because they were keeping him off the field in 2 wide receiver sets in favor of KJ Osborne for a while. Clearly that was stupid. But
what was the splits here? I'm going to look this up.
Jermaine Burton, another player I was heavily considering.
Wide receiver 1.
Off the board. Wide receiver 1. That's who you're talking about?
That's what I'm talking about.
Love it.
Obviously, I think Lamakaki's is wide receiver 1, but
no, you've buried yourself now.
Honestly, Addison. Let's see what he was doing without Justin Jefferson, or with and without. Good old Justin Hesson. With Justin Jefferson, he was averaging. Oh, sorry. Without Justin Jefferson, he was averaging 14.7 fantasy points in those 7 games. With Justin Jefferson, he was averaging 11.8 fantasy points in those games. So,
yeah. And that was with Kirk Cousins. I'm gonna need to make a video about him, I think.
I mean, Dallas is people don't like him no more, don't they? I really don't
Dallas
like
Goedert.
Dallas.
I like that pick.
I really don't like him anymore, which is fair. I mean, I'm hesitant on a lot of these Eagles players because of Saquon now, because he demands targets. But maybe there's a good floor there for Dallas Goedert. And he was hurt last year as well.
By the way, guys, heads up. I'm going to make a pick here soon, but not tomorrow, but the next night we will be doing Dynasty team reviews as Wicks comes off the board. I really like Wicks. I really think we should be taking him much more seriously. I'm going to grab Pat Frymuth here in the 13th round.
At the Dragon.
But tomorrow night we will be doing Dynasty team reviews. If you want your Dynasty team reviewed, it's very simple. I'll put a direct link in the chat. All you got to do is become a Mother Flocker member with the promo code LAND, and then you will have the opportunity to get your Dynasty team reviewed by us. Again, direct link is in the chat for you. Support the boys. Get everything that you see here on your screen as a perk in return, including that Dynasty team review. We are now officially only doing the reviews through the website, which is awesome. So many cool updates. It's continually getting better. It's going to continually get better. We are always excited about the meetings that we go into with Mason over there, because there's always ways that we're improving. But you can submit your team for us over on the website once you become a Mother Flocker member.
Yep.
All right. Javon Baker off the board. Austin Eckler off the board. I'll be honest, I'm kind of surprised at some of these names. Like, I'm going to grab Raheem Mostert here, and I get him in the 14th round, and whenever he's done, I have Jalen Wright already. That's what I wanted to do with Kendre Miller. Yeah, I don't know, dude. The waiting on RB strategy feels undefeated to me. We've got the Stroud and Nico Collins stack. We've got Neighbors. We've got Ayuk. We've got Jason and Brian Thomas. Watson will start for us. Penix is in the wings. But we're going to try and win right now, because we can start Alvin Kamara and Raheem Mostert and Zamir White. We've also got Dotson and Pat Frymuth. Our only weakness really is tight end.
I think in Dynasty, yeah, it makes sense. I think in redraft this year, I think I'm still leaning the other way. Curtis Samuel, I think, is phenomenal. That's what I had in my queue. That's what I wanted there.
Holy cow says no way Addison scores 10 touchdowns.
He scored 10 touchdowns last year.
I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah.
Let's see. Let me have a look.
Freaking Moss says you'll never have wide receiver numbers with Addison.
Oh yeah. See. 10 touchdowns. Gosh.
Sparrow says he's hoping Dotson will fall.
I mean, I still have that up. Let's see what he was. Touchdowns. Oh no, not that big of a difference.
Rowan says, what is your favorite team from the startup? Here's the issue, Rowan. If we start talking about teams that we like, everyone's going to comment, what do you think about my team? Do you like my team? And then we'll be here for 30 minutes.
Everyone's team is pretty good.
Let's just say that. Everyone did a great job.
Team,
the only team I was really worried about was Team 11. And
he went young. Deontay,
I am still pretty young, worried about that wide receiver room, if I'm honest.
Okay, who should I be taking here?
Hunter says Wicks is the best wide receiver in the Packers wide receiver room.
Can I ask you why, Hunter?
I don't think that's a crazy statement.
Well, I'm asking why. I think there's an argument that he is the most talented.
He does all the things that you want a number one wide receiver to do. He wins at a high rate versus man coverage. His out route is very successful. He can play over the middle of the field.
Matt Harmon's thing.
Does he have a complete receiver?
Does he have a reception perception?
I think he does.
Did Matt do one? Let's see. Let's see if he has one. Interested.
And that's true. His head coach, Matt LaFleur, did compare him to Davante Adams, but it's a bit silly that he did that, but he did.
On tape. Oh yeah, he does have a profile. So he's won on man, 71st percentile, 72% on zone. Not the best on zone, 49th percentile. And impressed, 69th percentile of the success rate, which is 72.2. So, he definitely wins on his routes, which is exciting.
I
for
think
Wicks there.
he's much better than people realize. I'd like to make a video on him as well. Wicks is wide receiver 57 in the community. And what is he in Keep Trade Cut? He's wide receiver 54.
Good old coach speaks for the sickos.
Yeah, exactly right.
I mean, you freaking love that thing, though. That's so awesome that they do that.
What?
The
Coach Peak Index?
Yeah, I think it's great.
Yeah, no, I agree.
In the home life with you.
Don't you say his Wicks ends with a goose egg when you clicked his profile? What's weird about that is in week 18, he had 24 fantasy points, 2 touchdowns. So I don't understand why that's the latest report. His last game was incredible. Brandon Cooks, Pop Douglas is actually a pretty damn good pick there. I'm not going to lie to you.
Let's see what Wicks.
Guys, J.K. Dobbins is still available. Grab him.
Beautiful summer is calling. I have this up here. I want to see what this means. So, Dontavion Wicks, what he was doing without Christian Watson, because I think a lot of his production came without Christian Watson, or with Christian Watson off the field. But maybe I'm wrong.
Christian Watson is just, he's not. Christian Watson's a better athlete, but he's nowhere near the wide receiver that Wicks is, in my opinion.
Sure. With Christian Watson out, averaging 10.7 points per game in 5.8.
Take Russell Wilson there. Not someone I plan on building around, but I'll take a starting quarterback in the 15th round when Justin Fields goes in the 10th. All right, we will finish the stream by answering 5 questions and five questions alone.
Only. Come on.
Friendly reminder, tomorrow night, if you want to hang out with us, we will be live. It'll just be on a different channel. I just put that link in the chat for you. Fantasyland Football. We'll be live over there tomorrow night doing some mock drafts. A bunch of content's going to be coming out on this channel. Do us a favor, show some support over there. We're bringing out, videos and working really hard. So we appreciate y'all if you help us get the ball rolling over there. Also, in 2 days' time, we will be doing Dynasty team reviews on the live stream here on the channel. If you want your team reviewed, very simple. All you need to do is become a Mother Flocker member with the promo code LAND. I just put a direct link in the chat for you. So consider signing up and supporting the channel, getting a team review, our rookie report, our rankings, everything on the website, the Discord. So we appreciate you big time. Subscribe to the Redraft channel. And if you want your team reviewed, then become a Mother Flocker member with the code LAND. And very soon, this has been very widely requested, Badaki. Very soon.
I'm already losing sleep because of it.
As of right now, the only way to get a team review is by being a member of a certain creator. And a lot of people who have supported other creators have reached out to us and said, I want you to review my team. I want you to review my team. Or even people who are supporting us, they want multiple teams reviewed. There hasn't been an option to do that. Very soon there will be, where you can, it's like an a la carte way for you to pay for a team review through the website. Yeah. So we're very excited about that. But we said we'd answer 5 questions, and only 5 questions. The first one is from Jason. My Justin Jefferson versus their Trevor Lawrence and Neighbors in a half PPR Superflex. Do I do it?
So Justin Jefferson for Trevor Lawrence and Malik Neighbors in a half PPR Superflex. I think if you need another quarterback, I don't know, actually.
What is the team construction? That would be my question. How many starters do both of you have? I have
What's
enough.
Your quarterback situation?
I have enough belief in Malik Neighbors as a talent to feel like this is a pretty even move. He says, I have Pat and Dak. That's enough for me not to need Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence, yeah. I mean,
go pay, instead of getting Trevor Lawrence, go pay for a Deshaun Watson. Go pay for a Will Levis, a Kirk Cousins. You don't need to do that move.
Yeah.
Next question.
There's a lot of context there that will definitely solidify that answer for us, but that's probably the best time we can do in the time that we have. Simon traded Pittman, Debo, and a 25 first for McCaffrey, Kamara, and a 25 second. I've already won 3 years in a row. What do you think? Pittman, Debo, and a 25 first for Christian McCaffrey, Alvin Kamara, and a 25 second.
Feels a little too pricey for me.
I agree.
But you will probably continue to win championships. It just feels a little too pricey on my end.
Yeah.
Maybe remove the picks. Pittman, Debo for McCaffrey and Kamara.
Yeah, because that 25 first puts it over. But I guess, if we're talking about Pittman and his value now and us not liking him.
I would actually say Pittman, Debo in a second is what I would prefer to pay rather than giving up that first and receiving a second back. And just getting McCaffrey and Kamara. Jacob,
3 out of 5. Who's the sleeper in 2025 rookie rankings you got your eye on? I'm not too big looking forward. I guess if I'm cheating, I could probably say Mika and Buka. But I don't know too much of the 2025 class like Zach does.
Yeah, I actually have an article up on the website if anyone is in Devi or if they would like to look towards a 2025 class. I charted out the class, so you can go check that article out over there. But that's what I would suggest. I also have a video on our channel about the 2025 class.
Yeah,
which was released kind of a while ago, but if you just type in 2025, you'll see it there. So check that out. But I will say this. Sleeper for me is Tez Johnson from Oregon. This guy went nuclear last year alongside Troy Franklin. Some are saying that they prefer his film over Troy Franklin's, right? Over 1,100 yards and 10 touchdowns with 86 receptions. Now it's Evan Stewart alongside of him. But in their bowl game, which he played, he had 172 yards and touchdown on 11 receptions. To me, he's one of my favorite sleepers, I'd say.
It's weird that your ESPN goes to like that height and weight. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Oh yeah, like it's the AU version.
Did you? Oh, okay. You could. I thought like your ESPN instantly went to that. I was like, mine doesn't do that.
No, maybe... it's just if it notices you're in Australia, I think it does it. But
okay, anyways, but yeah, I mean, I don't really know much about Tez, but what I'm seeing here, 160 pounds, 5'10".
But does that matter anymore? I mean, you and I have at least last year was the first year you and I were like, size doesn't matter to us anymore when it comes to the wide receiver.
And that's what she said. And sometimes you got to work with your own package. You feel me?
Whatever you have is good enough.
Amen. 4 out of 5. Sparrow is having Olave as my wide receiver 7 too high. I would say yes.
That feels high.
Yeah. That sounds like you have him ahead of maybe Malik Neighbors, maybe
Wilson?
AJ Brown potentially, maybe AJ Wilson. Yeah. I would say yes, that is too high.
I can't think of a way to fit him inside my top 7. That does seem a little too rich right now. I've got Lamb, Jefferson, Chase, Amon-Ra, Marvin, Puka, Neighbors. I mean, you're going to have to remove Neighbors or Garrett or AJ, like you said. That feels a little too rich.
Yeah, I agree. All right. And last but not least, it's Sean, 5 out of 5. Thank you so much for everyone that has submitted other questions. We said 5 out of 5. Sean, it says, how do you attack rounds 12 plus? always get stuck trying to balance late round rookies with upside and old boring vets who have more of a floor.
It is a
How do you
balance.
pick?
It
Yeah.
really is a balance. You want to get hit on a lot of high upside handcuffs that are cheap, but you
Hmm.
also want to get well balanced veterans that are affordable. I remember Amari Cooper was going really late in a lot of years, and he was a good pick. Quarterbacks that are starting that no one likes, you
Yeah.
know, it's just a balance.
I think it also depends on your team construction. If you're telling me you're going for more of a win now type of team and you're going for all these veterans in the late rounds, maybe you get kind of like what Zach took was what, a Raheem Mostert. Maybe you get the Gus Edwards or the Devin Singletaries. I think that's a good way to go out and build your team if you win now. But at the same time, trying to balance these rookies, like don't go out and get, Raheem Mostert, Gus Edwards, while maybe, I don't know, an Aldrich Estime is on the board or Javon Baker is on the board because you believe in that upside. So it is a balance, and depending on how you can construct your team.
Mm,
So
yeah.
yeah,
Sparrow followed up on the Olave thing, and he said, "I just checked. He has a wide receiver 8 ahead of Neighbors and Garrett Wilson." Um, and I mean, yeah, that feels pretty high to me, but I can respect it.
yeah, I'm not
That
in love with Olave, but I mean you can't really be in love with Neighbors with the quarterback position, I guess. But I don't
I
know.
think Neighbors is a superior prospect, though. Both are in
Yeah.
quarterback hell. Um, but Olave is a great player, but if he's going to start getting ranked top 8 or 9, I'm gonna be out. That's it for today, guys. We do appreciate you big time.
Love.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of the stream. Thanks for hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel. Um, you know, we released a really fun video yesterday. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. We tried to think of 4 of the most controversial names in Dynasty football right now. Kyron Williams is one of those names. And we basically said buy, sell, or hold 4 of those really, really controversial names. So go check out that video on the channel. Like we said already, make sure you subscribe to the Redraft channel. Tomorrow night, we will be live there. Fantasyland Football, I'll put a link in the chat for that. And of course, in 2 days' time, we will be doing team reviews for people who are supporting us on the Flock Fantasy website. I'll put that link in there as well if you want to sign up and get your team reviewed. But that's it for today. We appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good night.
Love.